Great friends, welcome you all. Congratulations, Hearty, for choosing to be here daily to study this beautiful our Sanatana Dharma Shastras to keep up the information and inspiration for the higher life of spirituality. Let us continue this, adding to the seriousness, sincerity day by day, ensuring by ourselves to the extent whatever is in our hands that we are evolving. It's a beautiful thing. Let us continue it. Let the Lord, the Gurus also bless us for this purpose. May we seek their blessings only for this. The 13 Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira, and also Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarana, Sahita. And any such required spiritually helping individualities, we can note down and work upon them. And the beautiful six helps of the Jagannatha, the Ishvara, the Parabrahma Tattva, the Devata Ganas, the Guru Gana, the Shastra Gana. We must come to a life wherein our interest Shraddha in these things more and more. When it is there, this jnanam will be ours fully and really would be a changed personality. Towards that only, every day we are trying our best. In the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Prathamodhyaya, in the Ekadasha Mantra, we have seen the Guru Maharaj guiding all the Shishyas about the two types of paths of Sadhyo Vimukti as well as Krama Vimukti. Those who seek Sadhyo Vimukti, what is this to be done? That is very beautifully explained in this 12th mantra. It becomes a very essential mantra from the clarity standpoint of sadhana. We have started seeing it yesterday, day before, half of it we have seen. Then the various quotes of Puranas substantiating that this self is to be realized in ourselves only, nowhere else. That vehem of searching the Lord somewhere outside. We have to come out and come to the clarity that He has to be found within ourselves only. And in what way He is found? To find Him, what are the obstructions? How to cross them? Having found Him, how to ensure that He is found? All these beautiful things are narrated to us in this 12th mantra and the Bhashyakara's exhaustive guidance. So let us browse through what we have seen. Let us study also the continuation today. Friends, before that, our Prarthana Shlokas Sankalpa. And like every day for some time, before the Prarthana and Sankalpa, our common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is very common, simple, maybe important also if we consider it so. Then, what is it? Today's common sense thought is from the Adhyatmika Drishtikona and also in general life also, these three questions. What is the falling? Falling, patana in Hindi we call, Sanskrit also. What is the meaning of falling? And how is that falling happens? Two questions. What is the falling? How the falling happens? More important than these two, the third question, who is the main cause and culprit of this falling? This is the very, very crucial third question after the first two. Obviously, the other three questions will be, therefore, what is rising? Then, how is rising? Then, who is the main cause of this rising? Utthana, let us say. Uddharana, let us say. So, avasadana, uddharana, patana, uddharana. And is there any other reasons for our utthana, other helps? Isn't it? If these 6 or 7 questions, if we can deeply, sincerely, thoroughly ask and find unbiased, unambiguous answers, we are doing a very good, very essential contemplation or reflection, and also called as introspection. So, to the first question, the answer is, what is falling from the spiritual standpoint is mm, three things mainly we can talk about. One is becoming Bahirmukha more and more, that is the Adhyatmika Dushti se Patanam. Second is becoming and living the life of Stulata is the second meaning of the Adhyatmika Patanam. Third is the total slavery to the Upadhis, that also grosser and grosser Upadhis. These is three are called the Vedantika Patanam in life. Bahirmukata, Stulata, Upadhi, slavery, as well as living at the Stuladi Upadhi, Stula Upadhi. This is called as falling. Right? Now, how this happens? How this happens is because of basic reason is Ajnana Avidya only. Then Ajnana Janita, the misunderstandings, miscommunications. Then leading to the mechanical life of what do you call inadvertence, pramada. So ajnana, technical words we are using, moha, then the pramada. Pramada includes nirlakshya, carelessness. Because of these, we live all the time bahirmukha jivana. We live all the time the stula jivana. We live all the time the upadhi, slavery jivana. In this, what happens? A peculiar atmosphere is created of carelessness. Atmosphere is created of ruthlessness and insensitivity regarding the general rules and regulations of life, in which we are safe in the totality. Those rules and regulations are totally forgotten when one leaves this Bahirmukha, Stula, then Upadhi, slavery, Jivana. Once we forget all those ways of living and we get into the wrong channels of doings, more and more patana only keeps on happening, which is seen in the subsequent lives. So in this life, these are the patana. Because of this, subsequent lives, the patana is again assured. Because of this thulata, bahirmukhata, because of upadhi slavery, all beautiful rules, regulations, minding them, the sensitivity to mind those rules, regulations are totally gone. And because of which all things against the rules, regulations only we behave. And that causes disturbance to the balance of the total. Totality never tolerates the disturbance done by any individual. Therefore, that individual is punished subsequently, if not this life, the next life. So these are the two things. But the main question is this one, the third one. Who is the cause of our falling or patana? Very, very important point it is. We have to feel very seriously, sensitively that it is we only cause of our own patana. Nobody else. तो मैं अगर स्थूल बहिर्मुख बनकर मनुष्य से नीचे गिरता ही जा रहा हूँ मेरे जीवन विधान में, you know, like pashu, like animal, I am behaving. Who is the cause for it? For that is it is me only. I am the one. I have to take that whole charge and responsibility. All other animals, they are not falling. They are not cause because they just live an intellectless life as per guided by the nature. But it is you and I, human beings, who are ourselves are the cause for our own falling down. That we have to realize. Very soon we have to realize. Very, very importantly, we have to realize. Nobody, including the God or anybody, is the cause for our own patanam. I am the cause for my own falling down. Nobody else. So we have to very clearly understand it and accept it. And then just shuffle ourselves, feel for ourselves that no, this is not the way. Then again the reverse gear. Therefore, what is the meaning of utthana or uddharana in life? Again, adhyatma drushti se. Therefore, all the three things, when we look at oppositely, it is called as the rising. Instead of the bahirmukhata, when we become more and more antarmukha, we are rising. Think about the whole day, how our life is conducted by us, how much of the bahir drushti is there, how much of the antar lakshya or antar drushti is there. Depending on that, our evolution. Second is how much we are from the sthula to the level of sukshma we are living. A very important definition of growing or sadhana or evolution is becoming sukshma from the sthula. In our understandings, in our decisions, in our activities, in our expectations, everywhere, when the sukshmata is replacing the stulata, then we are really evolving the life, spiritual evolution. And the lastly is what? From the upadhi slavery to the upadhi mastery as well as living at the higher and greater subtler upadhis. This is called as evolution. Antarmukata, Sukshmata, Sukshma Upadhisthai Jivanam. Little higher if you see, going beyond even the Upadhis is called as the evolution. Yes, and then for this also again, how it happens? It happens again when the ignorance is replaced by the jnanam, the clear delusion is replaced by the clarity of vision, and then the inadvertence when it is replaced by alertness. This is how the evolution happens. So, what is evolution? How is evolution? And then, obviously, the most important third question is who is the cause for evolution in me, in my life? Nobody. Again, the cause of utthana, uddharana, also is our own selves. When we have this understanding and we are determined, no force, no source in the world can stop us from evolving. If you realize this fact, that it is me, that I have to put all my efforts of all sorts for my own evolution. And that day, as a result of studying so many Shastras, seeing the life histories of so many evolved people and fallen people, seeing in our own life also whatever has been done, what was its consequence, with all this data observance that day, when we this way decide that I was the cause for my own falling, now I will stop it, and I am the cause for my own evolution. I will start it here and now right away. That day is the real birth of ours, real festival in our life. Really, in the day we can mark that we are helping ourselves. So then all that therefore we have done, avoided, sorry, because of which our fall is happening, that is a sadhana only. So doing all of that by which our evolution is assured is again is sadhana. That's what is in all details kept or given to us in all our shastras by our own gurus, Adhyatmika gurus and the Lord Himself. And for rising all the time, the Guru Padesham, the Shastra Suchanas, and Paramatma with his Krupa, always he is available. Luckily, they are not available for our falling down. And for our falling down, the already fallen other people are anyway there to help us to fall. The whole world is the people of Bahirmukhata only, people of Stulata only, people of Upadhi slavery only. Be friends with them. They will teach you if we don't know how to destroy ourselves, how to fall down, how to beautifully evolving human life say go back to the animal life by all the animalistic doings and tendencies, and so casually, so lovingly, so convincingly, so emotionally, by taking us so much into confidence, they can fully misguide us, guide us. Wonderful. The people are there, highly smart, highly intelligent. Have three or four friends, that's enough. They will help us totally get habituated to the samsara, to the Bahirmukhata, to all the Stula Bhogadi, to all the Upadhi slavery. Especially the Stula Deha Upadhi slavery. They are living like that. They are experts. They will tell us. Following them in no time, we'll just reach to that level of total falling. Was just living like in any animal, deharthameva jivanam. That also Bahirmukhata. And only the Bhoga Sakti. Was nothing in the whole life. One can do so. And the other way is the terrible, tough struggle of going to the gurus, studying from them the shastras, understanding what is the meaning of evolution, understanding how the evolution is achieved, and in that the continuous, constant struggle of keeping up the knowledge gained, keeping up the mood and inspiration all the time, managing with whatever the resources we have, the respective sadhanas. In this way, one has to become responsible for one's own evolution. So, as soon as possible, if we can that way decide from today, no more I am giving a chance to myself to fall, nor giving anybody else also to misguide me. Very tough challenge decision because उसी के आदत अभी तक चल रहा था. To change gear suddenly from it becomes tough, but there is no way. In the same way, from now onwards, come what may, I'll be doing only those things by which my spiritual evolution is assured. And I'm perfectly conscious about every of these spiritual evolutionary steps. How to come out of the Bahirmukhata to the Antarmukhata, from the Stula to the Sukshma, from the Stula Upadhi to Sukshma Upadhi and Nirupadi. This is what is my journey. And for that, I need to have the clear picture. Shastras, I will thoroughly listen, thoroughly study, make all my notes points. Then I have to discipline myself in my daily schedule. I do that. For that, lot of hardships I have to go through, I'm ready. The habits changing is the toughest thing, but still I do so because I am deciding now to evolve. I'll give time only for this thing. And my all upasanas to the Guru and Devatas will be more intense seeking. Whatever the help, blessings, empowerments, guidances, protections they give us in this path of evolution, I'll do that. So, in that way, totally like that snake example is given, giving up that old skin, it wears or gets the new one. In the same way, totally the old habits of falling down, we give up, and only the habits of rising are being practiced by us. Not 1 minute a day or 1 hour of a day or 1 day a week or a week of a month or some months and year. No, as continuously, consistently possible throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, year, till it becomes a habit, till the evolution is assured. And the subtler, minute details regarding this is the study of all our Shastras which we are going through. We have to become wise enough, subtle enough to grasp all of them and then include them in this process of our evolution. It's all in our hands. It is me who has to become from the Bahirmukha to the Antarmukha. Whole treasure of bliss and beatitude is inside me. And all samsara, all dukkha are in perishability. Perishability is more in the stulata. Has become more and more sukshma, more and more imperishability. Like, when I eat something, it's perishable. But when I share it with someone, the joy of giving it someone, even sharing, need not give whole thing. That sukshma ananda is imperishable. Throughout life, you can remember it. That I have shared whatever I had with others. This is becoming sukshma. So sukshmata, antarmukhata, then sukshma upadhisthai. That sukshma upadhisthai is live the life at the positive value emotional level and intellectual contemplation level. Always truth is to be searched, truth is to be analyzed, truth is to be contemplated upon. Luckily, we have the Upanishads and the great mantras of the Upanishads to guide us to live life at the intellectual level, that also analyzing the truth reality. Upanishadic mantras are there, we are studying them. हमेशा उसी mood में रहना. Early, all the other people of the world, they're so gross. They want money, they want power, they want the outer objective joys, they want respect and name and fame. These are all स्थूल जीवन, बहिर्मुख जीवन, जीव जीवन it is. बंधन जीवन. वहाँ जितना आप ट्राई करोगे उतना मिलता है. देन नहीं करो ट्राई तो नहीं मिलता, और जो भी मिल रहा है वो चला जाता है. And all that is false, all that is delusionary. The variety of Bahir Sukha we seek in the form of Vishendriyas as well as Vishayas for the Indriya, as well as the name and fame, which we all seek. These are all very delusionary things. There is nothing important, valuable about it. You know? Just because all others are living, just because I feel within me, it doesn't prove that that sort of efforts for that sort of achievements of outer names and fames or artha and kama or the bhoga are great. It's not great. It appears to be great. And by the people who have never understood the higher, subtler spiritual lives, they are the ones who have described these outer lives to be beautiful, to be great. No, we can't follow them. No, it's all the people who describe whatever they are convinced about. Many people are convinced about the outer bhoga, most of them majority. Therefore, they use all their intellectual vocabulary abilities to glorify that. That doesn't mean it becomes glorious because some negative people have glorified it. The people with immaturity have glorified it. You know, it's all whatever is inspiring us to be worldly. You know, all those sources of inspirations are given by the non-spiritual worldly visioned people. उनको उतना ही पता है. This is what in Katha and Upanishad is called as Katha and Mundaka. Andhena eva niyamana, led by the blind. They're all blind to the higher life, evolutionary life, spiritual life. They are blind. But then they guide others. And what can they guide when they themselves are blind? They only guide the blind path only. So they can't be our authority. We're very choosy, we're very subtle in selecting Who is guiding us? What matter is guiding us? What content is inspiring us? We have to very the whole world is full of bhogis, and they describe the bhoga only as glorious. They're all Virochana Anuyai, followers of the Virochana. They're all very minute. They are there who talk values, who talk dharma, who talk the subtler things, who talk the shastras, who talk the traditions. Like today, we'll see exhaustively Arjuna talking about. He says what war, killing, and all. Let us value the kula, let us value the dharma. Very sublime subject Arjuna is going to talk, showing his maturity, his subtlety, his maturity. Very beautiful, but it's all in wrong place. Anyway, so in this way, it is we have to take full responsibility that we are the cause of our own falling and feel ashamed of it. So much ashamed. Ki having got the human life in Bharat Mata, Sanatana Dharma, with all such great Mahatmas, Gurus available, how I am living the Sthula Jivana like Pashu, Bhoga Jivana like the Pashu, Bhautika Jivana like the Nagarika, like the rustic, uneducated. How come whole life is full of the worries, tensions, anxieties only for the Stulata? शर्म नहीं आता मेरे को मुझे खुद को कहना है what a wretched life I am doing. You and I especially having listened to the Shastras for quite good amount of time. Then that after that regret guilt positive thing. Now here I am deciding. 4th November 2024. 4/11/2024. Here onwards my life is Antarmukha, my life is Sukshma, my life is Sukshma Upadhi and my life is Upadhi Atita Tattva Prapti Hetu. Whole thing I am changing now, schedule. I know it's like a funny example. And a lawyer, when he is in his own home, let us say, has got a place dedicated for his law work. Generally, outside the main house only, a big hall or two-room wala bana ke rakhte. So he is there inside and outside some assistant. Anybody coming for the cases, they are sent inside. So inside you are seated there. And then the entire house is filled with all that LAW, law books and files and articles for reference, etc. Bharawa, isn't it? So the people come putting up their problems. Then you take up the case if there's a chance of winning it, if any truth is there, etc. Now the funniness of the example is suddenly you have become from a lawyer, let us say doctor. Very funny example. Then what will happen? The outer people helping people will change. They'll be not the law related ones, they'll be the medical related ones. They'll be a compounder or a nurse or any such medical assistant. And inside your chamber, not LAW law books, all are gone. Only the medical books are there. And all the medical apparatus of thermometers, stethoscopes, whatever is required for the immediate outpatient treatment, सारा totally बदल जाता है, isn't it? In the same way, in our whole life schedule, like we were living the stula bahirmukha falling life so far, there were in and around us were these things. Now we want to evolve, therefore, the entire thing has to be transferred. And our almirahs should be having only the spiritual books. Our teapoy and desk table also should have only Shastras there. Our puja room should be more visited and more made valuable and beautiful. Into our house only the Adhyatmika people are coming. More and more Adhyatmika programs only we are doing in our day schedule. Means in our occasion, once in a 15 days, 1 month, koi na koi upasana, koi havan. No, this is how we totally from the stula to sukshma, bahirmukha to antarmukha, samsari to the sadhaka, bandhana to the moksha. We have to transform it. Very consciously hokar. These are the things which are making me worldly, that means fall. So I'll remove them. And these are the things I'll add which make me rise. arrange the satsangas in your house. There should be satsanga every month a week, or at least a week a day a week. Somebody coming and giving satsanga, and call our friends, neighbors. Those things give us more responsibility. Only when we take responsibilities, feel the dutiness, that we will be able to do these things. If there is no duty, no responsibility, we are just lazy. The abilities, capacities we don't use, though plenty we have. So in that way, the orientation fully changed. Always Shastra, Chintana is going on, Prarthana is going, Upasana is going on. Only the evolutionary things we are doing. And mind is always going to the meditational room, contemplating. After it has become a habit, even while involving in the outer world, like the great Mahatmas, they are not as we think, are totally associated with the outer world when they are living outer. No, they are very absolutely conscious about the subtle things only. Gross is 5% only in them. For us, the 100% gross. They will be always in that contemplative, meditative mood only. Even if they are in the Vyavahara, that stage we have to achieve it. So that's the meaning of Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramantaha or Dhyanam Chiram Nitya Nirantaram Munehe. Hundreds and thousands of places. What we are told by the rishis is they told this one. So who is the cause of our own downfall? We ourselves shamelessly. Then who is the cause of our evolution? It is we only. The Guru God, they were always there to help us. Even now they are there. Take the help, the guidance wala help. Don't never think that we know everything. Even though we know many things, we should know whether what we know is correct or not. And there are any improvements in that. And the new versions, better versions have come. So the experienced gurus, they guide us. And they also won't take things for granted. Even though they guide 10,000, 10 million here, they have someone higher than them to guide. You understand? Higher evolved beings in terms of व्यवहार. पारमार्थिक दृष्टि से one thing is reached, ब्रह्मन हो गया. बट इन अदर थिंग्स हाउ टू गाइड, हाउ टू कम्युनिकेट, वो तो प्रकृति संबंधी चीज है ना, तो उसका तो इम्प्रूवमेंट का कोई एंड नहीं है. सो दे विल कंसल्ट देयर एक्सपर्ट्स एंड दे गाइड अस. We need guidance, let us take it. So just feel regretful, morose, humiliating, insulted, sorrow for living the life of Atma Patanam, Atma Avasadhanam. Gita 6 chapter sloka, Udhared Atmana Atmanam, Na Atmanam Avasadhit. That's what we spoke, what we have seen so far. And within that, along with the regrets and guilts, it should give us inspiration to rise, not the pessimism. मैं ऐसा ही हूँ, मेरे से नहीं हो सकता, ये ज़िंदगी ख़त्म हो गया, मैं बर्बाद हो गया. तो हम जब जो कह रहे वाकई में ऐसे ही जी रहा हूँ, नो मेरे से हो नहीं सकता, नो नो नो. आफ्टर दैट फीलिंग sorrow, regret, guilt, positive inspiration. No, 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 I will, it's my life. I have to make it beautiful. It's understood now. I am now, and that's what is shaking the head, removing all the cobwebs of weaknesses from it. You know, then fill it with all the positive things. Yes, I can do, I must do, I will do. So these are the steps to be done. This is the first step. This is what I am capable of right now. This I'll achieve. Within a month's time, the next step I'll take up. That also I'll conquer. Then the next year. In that way, in a cool, calm manner, understanding every step, planning very well, conquering one by one stage. We have to ensure that we are evolving in our life. And the final evolution is that I am that Brahman which is all pervading. Though I am expressing this through Upadhis, the expression through Upadhi is an obligation to the Upadhi till it falls. Other than that, it has no other any value. If at all little more value, it is to serve the world. That's it. More than the no value at all. Like some matured people, they have servants. कोई काम है उससे कराते हैं, नहीं तो बैठ वहाँ. They don't bother the servants are there, becoming sentimental, becoming emotional, becoming attached to them. Nonsense. That's all not time waste. If they have some need, you just understand it. Genuinely, what you can do, do it. You can't waste your time for servants and all nonsense. The body is a servant. So you can't waste time for it. बस उसको देखभाल करो, जो देना है दो, उसे जो कराए ना करो, but always in the subtle self. That's called as evolution. May we take this responsibility and really prove to ourselves that we can. And it is not a proof to anyone. It is just that we have to achieve it. Therefore, we are trying. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yerime Guruvihi Purvam Badavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarva Vedantah Nityam Pranatosmyaham. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम भवयेव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिदा मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदेः साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं सनातनधर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव सुसंस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्ति आदीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ पारायणम। Friends, let us do the Parayanam of the mantras from 19 up to 23 in the 6th chapter. Om Nishkalam Nishkriyam Shantam Niravadyam Niranjanam Amrutasya Param Setum Dagdhen Dhanamivanalam Yada Charmavadakasham Veshtayishyanti Manavaha Veshtayishyanti Manavaha Tada Devam Avijnaya Dukkasyanto Bhavishyati Tava Prabhavat Deva Prasadacha ब्रह्म श्वेताश्वतरोत विद्वान् अत्याश्रमिभ्यः परमं पवित्रं प्रोवाच सम्यक् ऋषिसङ्गजुष्टं वेदान्ते परमं गुह्यं पुरा कल्पे प्रचोदितं न प्रशान्ताय दातव्यं न पुत्राय शिष्याय वा पुनः यस्य देवे परा भक्तिः यथा देवे तथा गुरौ तस्यैते कथिता ह्यर्थाः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः इति। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Thus, one more round of Parayanam we have done. Again we'll start tomorrow. Om Nityanandam Niradharam Nikhiladharam Avyayam निगमाद्यगतन्नित्यं नीलकण्ठन्नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अथ द्वादशो मन्त्रः। Friends, let us chant 12th mantra 2 times. Om एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्। एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चित् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्। Friends, the great Mahatmas like that of Shwethashwathara Rishi or any of the Upanishadic Rishi, what they say through the Upanishadic mantras, every word, every vakya, sentence, every shloka has a perfect utility meaning, purpose. Therefore, the word meaning, the total sentence meaning, shloka meaning, and the indicated meaning, what is meant by the Rishi Maharaj, what is he feeling while saying so, that feeling along with the intellectual understanding we have to gain, and more than all feel that he is telling it not for time pass, he is telling it for our own evolution. So therefore it is for me to apply it, understand it and apply it on me. In this way, when one by one shloka of the Upanishads are studied and practiced, assuredly the evolution will happen to us. Like there are some fruits like grapes, seedless, there's nothing to be thrown in it. पूरा आप खा लेते, isn't it? Nothing to throw. Little bit of ऊपर का थोड़ा है, like tomato also. वो थोड़ा सा ऊपर का नहीं, otherwise सब पूरा आपको वैसे ही consume. There are some fruits like नारियल and all, पूरा तोड़कर बाहर का फेंक दो फिर अंदर का खाते. So the Rishi Prokta is like the grapes, wherein every word is consumable and required, every sentence. With that Shraddha attitude, we have to study the Shastras. Slowly we have to mature to that level from the mechanical listening or studying level. शुरू में सब लोग ऐसे मैकेनिकली पढ़ते हैं, सुनते हैं और उससे कोई संबंध नहीं रखते. Their punya is working only for that, up to that level. But some maturity when it comes, when we have to have it, again through some guidance when it comes, then we feel the meaning of shloka, that it is for us. Then the Upanishads start really helping us. Till the time they won't help. Our samsara continues and the Upanishad studies going on. It's not even studying, it's only browsing through. You have browsed through the kitchen. Doesn't mean it fills your stomach. You have to see and you select the items for cooking that day, cook and eat. तभी जाकर भूख मिलती है. So to go to a library, browse through the books doesn't help. Select one, sit there, study half an hour. उसका कोई ज्ञान मिलता है आपको. So to browse through 10-20 shops, nothing of the use. उसमें से किसी शॉप से कोई वस्तु खरीदो, then go to the hotel and browse through the menu. It won't satiate hunger. Order something, eat it. In the same way, the Upanishads browsing through we are doing. But we have to select, we have to start applying them for our lives, then we evolve. Right. Now, this 12th mantra's potency, so powerful. We have seen literal meaning. We have started studying with Bhashya also. So, etad gneyam, etat prakrutam brahma is only for it. After knowing it, establish in it. After establishing in it, talk only about it. That is the meaning of nityam. And that nityam, the Brahma Jnana Prayatna, Anubhuti, Nishta, and talking only on that Brahma Jnana can happen when we are so disciplined, so committed in ourselves. That's why Bhagavan Adi Shankara gave the meaning of the word Nityam as Niyatam. Niyatam is Niyama, totally accepted discipline. So Nityam Niyamena, and especially the Nityata Niyamata in Vedanta is required because the Vyavahara Samsara cannot go with Vedanta. Not only that, it in fact neutralizes it. It is absolutely opposite. No? Like some medicines are there. And to that medicine and its work, there is some type of food which is totally opposite. इस दवा के साथ ये खाओगे ना तो दवा असर भी नहीं होता, वो विष बन जाता है. In the same way, the samsara is the visha for the Atma, or sorry, Brahma Anveshana. Because it is Bahir, it is Antar, it is Sthula, it is Sukshma, it is Mithya, it is Satya, it is binding and liberating. Therefore, to avoid this self cancelling or sadhana cancelling involvement, Nitya word is used. तो परमात्मा को जानना चाहिए, अपने अंदर ही जानना चाहिए. These things we understand value. Nityam word we miss. But Nityam is more important there. Because those who are people, many who are also doing sadhana, like us. They are not reaching, we are not reaching. Because both of us neglected this word Nityam. Okay? In the beginning stages, knowing the Brahman is important sentence. Later on, knowing the Brahman inside our heart is important. Third is Nityam is important. So, etad gneyam Nityam Atma Samstam. In our own self, today we will be focusing on that point only. Quotations of various Upanishads. So, etad gneyam Nityam eva Atma Samstam. Then more important is na atah param veditavyam hi kinchitu. And there is also a lot of meanings in it. One or two we saw it. The two meanings we'll see are anything other than the Brahman, don't try to know it. Na atah param veditavyam di kinchit. Kyunki that only creates desire and delusion and binds us. One meaning is that. Second is what? Na atah param veditavyam kinchit means anything is known. Don't take it as anything other than Brahman. Everything is Brahman only, but conditional. That also binds. Before unconditional Brahman is realized. So they were all the wife, husband, children, everybody is Brahman only. But conditional Brahman and मेरे नाक को दम करने वाले Brahman. Isn't it? In this way, when you have the Brahman Drishti, the Raga Desha for them goes away. Then the actual Brahman we have to know. Thereafter you will experience it. Everything is that reality. Is nothing other than it possible to exist at all. Nata param veditavyami kinchit. So etad gneyam, nityam etad gneyam, atma sanstam etad gneyam. Eva word explained yesterday. Etadeva gneyam, nityam eva gneyam, atma samstam eva gneyam. That Brahman alone is to be known. All the time will have to be known, putting effort, and inside ourselves, as ourselves, we have to know Him. Second one, na atah param veditavyami kinchit. There is nothing worthy of knowing anything other than it. All that is Maya. Third one, how to do so? Very, very subtle thought. It is bhokta bhogyam preritaram cha matva. Interesting. First, be aware that the experiences in the world are happening with these three triputi of bhokta, bhogya, and prerita. Then, These bhokta, bhogya, prerita, be attentive are the ones when we are valuing them, importance to them, when we are giving that substratum behind these three, we are not able to see. So, therefore, deep valuing these three, when you reach the substratum of these three, we are doing the correct sadhana. Then, whether we have done it correctly or not, how do we know? Again, when we come back, we live in the world of bhokta, bhogya, preritaram. But now, this time, the difference is they are Brahman only. That is the meaning of bhokta, bhogyam, preritarancha, matva. In the roop of bhokta, bhogya, preritara, Brahman only expressing. But that is conditioning. Like Brahman only expressing as the Panchakoshas. Because everything is Brahman. But that is binding. So the matva ka artha kya hua? Knowing that these three are the obstructions. Keeping them away. Realizing him. And again, the proof of realizing is what? We are going through these three, yet we are not conditioned. Like what is the proof that somebody has given up the alcohol or cigarette? All the things are kept around, but is not at all tempted. But before that, till he mastered, he kept them away. He never allowed that to come inside him, into his house. He never went to that place. Earlier that he was addicted to them. So from the addiction to prove the to get to the de-addiction, they were kept away. Whether really de-addicted or not to know, they are kept all around, but still one is not tempted. Same way, we were caught up in bhokta, bhogya, preritara. Then to realize the substratum, we kept these three away. Then having realized substratum, when we came back, we'll just live at that level, but not giving reality to them. बिकॉज इस रूप में परमात्मा व्यक्त हो रहा है, परमात्मा सत्य है, ये व्यक्त भी सत्य नहीं है, इसका कोई व्यावहारिक पर्पस है, इट डज हैव नो कॉन्सिक्वेंस, जस्ट लाइक द टाइम पास है ना। कभी कुछ छुट्टी के दिन कार लेकर बाहर निकले पेट्रोल डाल के, कहाँ जा रहे, कोई कैसे नहीं घूम के आ रहे, ईश्वर जीव जगत भेदाई परब्रह्म तत्व घूमने के लिए निकले हैं इन दिस द्वैत, कोई पर्पस नहीं है उसका, घूमने के लिए जब जाते हो कोई पर्पस नहीं होता, ऐसे घूम कर आ गए जीवन मुक्त है, ऐसे घूमता है बस, बालवत उन्मत्तवत, दैट्स व्हाट दे से। एनीवे, सो भोक्ता भोग्यम प्रेरितारंच मत्वा, दैट्स व्हाई सर्वम प्रोक्तम त्रिविधम ब्रह्मम एतत्, all these three are Brahman only. So in the beginning, we deny all these three. Thereafter, we include everything without getting affected by anything. Remember, ultimately, the Brahmanubhuti is all inclusive without affected by anything. All inclusive at the Vyavahara empirical level. Chalta hai. But nothing is given reality value. Because reality is realized from its standpoint, all these only kalpita. तो कल्पित को कल्पित वैल्यू दे दो, उसमें एंटरटेन हो जाओ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इट वोंट क्रिएट ए संसार। Only when we forget the reality and we give reality to the imagined, that we were bound in samsara. So this mantra is very potential, powerful, essential. We have seen little of the bhasha of it. Etat means prakritam, the thing which is in the discussion in the context. What is that? Kevala Atma Akasha Brahma Rupa. The topic क्या हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी, ब्रह्म का। वो ब्रह्म का कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, आकाश के समान। उसका एक्सपीरियंस क्या होना चाहिए, आत्मा, उसके अलावा और कुछ है क्या, नहीं, एक केवल है वो, केवल एक्सक्लूसिव आत्मा, सेल्फ, in comparison with it can be explained like that of space, the akasha, and in shastra it's called as brahma because it's infinite. This is a topic right now we are discussing. That is the meaning of the word etat, this brahman, which is akasha samana, which is to be experienced as atman, which is kevala. Etatu nityam niyamena gneyam, niyamena gneyam, nityam niyamena gneyam, all the time only focus on that, to know that, to realize that. अभी हमको वो स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ कि हाउ टू रियलाइज द सेल्फ, उतना what do you call conviction about the self gives moksha has not yet come. and the conviction that what we are living life is meaningless and wretched is a biotic. This also conviction we have not got. Therefore, we are still continuing this. Like till I know that being with this friend destroys me, I continue being with him only. Till I know these friends इस बंदे का फ्रेंडशिप करो तो फायदा होता है कन्विंस नहीं होने तक I don't make him friend. So too I have not yet understood what life I am living of samsara is self-destructive and I have to live the spiritual life. That conviction has not come. तो हमको उस पहाड़ पे पड़ाव है as we the sadhakas. But here mena gneyam. That's what I said. Every word is so powerfully to be felt. एतत् प्रकृतं केवल आत्म आकाश ब्रह्म रूपम नित्यम नियमेन ज्ञेयम. Then we have seen all that yesterday. Then kim atra anya samstam. This is a very important discussion. है ना? When Bhagavan Adi Shankara finds an opportunity of wanting or needing to explain something, he encashes that opportunity so fully well to bless us, to guide us. So here the word came, Atma Samstam. So this Brahman, he has to be realized. Where should I realize it? In a tree, in a plant, in any animal, in any of the outer things of the world? So he himself is asking question, Kim atra anya samstam? Is that Brahman to be realized somewhere else stationed? Very essential from the sadhana standpoint. Kim atra anya samstam? Kya? In something else you have to ढूंढो the Atman, the Paramatman, the Brahman, the Kevala? No, he himself is his answer. No. Then where? What Upanishad is saying? What Upanishad is saying? So Atma Samstam. See, the Atma Samstam, the Upanishad said. To make it more clear, Bhashyakara added the letter Swa. मेन मंत्र में स्व नहीं है. एतत् ज्ञेयम नित्यमेव आत्म संस्थम. He made स्व because आत्म संस्थ मतलब you may attend to अच्छा आत्मा सबके अंदर आत्मा है ना चलो उसमें ढूंढता हूं मैं. To avoid that, he said स्व आत्म संस्थम. In your first of all, है ना? Like in Bhagavad Gita, no? While teaching the concentration technique or meditation technique, है ना? To avoid the distraction, it is said कि you focus your attention on on the nostril, nose, है ना? तो नाक के ऊपर ध्यान करो. अगर ऐसा कहकर भगवान छोड़ते हैं, then the wife sits in front of husband, husband sits in front of, they look at each other's nose. Nose it. That when I tell them the nose, they will sit with each other, start looking at the nose, and they slowly they get fall in love and they fall, from the sadhana. Therefore he said, Swam nasikagram. अपने नाक का देखो दूसरों का नहीं. It looks to be so silly, but it's so important. अदर अच्छा नाक देखने को कहा, अब किसी के नाक देखते ना 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 अपना नाक. Here also, Atma Samstha, not in the Atma of anyone or everyone, Swa Atma Samstha. So, Anya Samstam, na, then Swa Atma Samstam. Gneyam, this self is to be known. Again, to substantiate is na Anatmani and Bahye. Not in the Anatman which is outside, not in the outer things which are Anatma. देखो इस बात में कितना दम है, कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है देखो. So within my own self, as my own self, I have to realize this Brahman or this self. And indicatedly what is said there? If it is the self, then there is Jnata, Jnana, Jneya. Triputi cannot be there. Shuddha Jnapti Swarupa will be there. Because in me, towards me, the knowing prakriya will not work. The knowing is possible only with regard to something which is not me. I will know what is not me, other than me. है ना. ज्ञाता हमेशा ज्ञेय वस्तु को ज्ञान पाता है ना. तो स्वयं में ज्ञान का कर्म नहीं चलता है. I know I can't know myself because I'm not other than me. Therefore, just to be the self. That will be the meaning. So that is why Atma Samstham word is important here. That Brahman is you only. You just realize it. It's not even knowing also. So etad gneyam kim atra anya samstam na swa atma samstam gneyam na anatmani bahye shruyate cha. In the Shrutis, he said, first he's quoting Shruti, then he'll be quoting the Purana. What did Shruti say? Katha Upanishad? Ki tam, that Brahman, Atma Samstam, staying in his own self as the self, ye, whoever they may be, Anupashyanti, are continuously trying to seek it, see it, seek it, see it, and they see it as their own self. They are called the Dhiraha. They are the real wise people who have understood sadhana, and to them only Tesham Shanti Shashwati, the eternal peace and bliss, where the samsara is totally ended. Naitaresham, not for others, because others, those who search for the truth or peace or happiness anywhere other than self, they won't get it, therefore they'll always be restless, therefore they will not have Shashwata Shanti. तमात्मस्थं येनु पश्यन्ति धीराः तेषां शान्ति शाश्वती नेतरेषाम्. This mantra is very powerful. नित्यो नित्यानां चेतनश्चेतनानाम् एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान् तम् आत्मस्थं ये अनुपश्यन्ति धीराः तेषां शान्तिः शाश्वती नेतरेषाम्. That's there in Katha, and in this Upanishad also, in the sixth or fifth adhyaya, we will see this mantra. So, in me, as that me which cannot be made an object of knowledge, as that I have to know this Brahman. Right? Now, the Upanishad quotation is given. Now, Purana quotations are given. Puranas don't tell straight. The telling straight is the Paddhati in the Shruti Mata. In the Puranas, through the Kahani, through the indirect means, through the emotions, that's how they say. Two examples they tell. Sometimes some sarcasm. So, they have plenty of techniques to adopt to tell. So, in this coming shlokas, Shivadharmottara Purana mein, this topic is told. Very vehemently told. Very powerfully told. What is that? For the moksha, the Brahman has to be known, and that Brahman is known inside ourselves as ourselves, not in any of the objective world. Therefore, antarmukha banna hai. अंतरात्म मुख बनना है. इन अदर वर्ड्स प्रत्यगात्म मुख वी हैव टू मेकअप. है ना. मोको कहाँ ढूंढोगे बंदे, कहाँ ढूंढोगे मुझे बाहर. आई एम इनसाइड ओनली. सी yesterday day before Brahmadeva doing the stuti of Jagannath Bhagavan. We have seen it yesterday day before, purely as the Brahma Tattva only inside. When it is described so exhaustively that the Indradyumna Raja gets confused. भगवान आप तो सब ब्रह्मन डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हो. What about in these four forms of Balabhadra and Subhadra and Jagannatha and Sudarshan? He says for the sake of upasana and concentration, these forms, but otherwise all are one Brahman only. He gave the meaning of Daru yesterday. Daru is Dharanat, Daru, Dhanat, Daru. Vidharana means destroy. Dana means giving. It destroys the samsara. He gives the moksha. That is why the Daru is the word. That's why the Lord took the Daru form. Daru means a tree, wood. In Jagannath Puri, the four vigrahas of Krishna, Balarama, Subhadra, and Sudarshan are made out of the wood. The wood is not there, physical wood, though physical wood is there. The meaning of the wood is Daru. Daru means Dharanam. Dharanam is destroying. Daru means Dhanam. Dhanam is giving. So it destroys the samsara. It gives the moksha. That is why the Daru. That is why Bhagavan took that form. And that is what he blesses through that Daru. दारू से बने हुए विग्रह. Very powerful teaching it was. Brahmadeva very vehemently said, all these are required prakriyas, essential. But then, finally, the Brahman has to be realized inside only. So, The sentence in this Upanishad is Tam ye dhiraha anupashyanti tesham shanti shashvati. That Brahman, whoever the dhira purushas experience, for them is the eternal peace, not for others. This is one thing, but incomplete. One has to add it there. What is that? Tam yenu pashyanti. Tam atmastam yenu pashyanti. To begin with, that Brahman is to be realized in oneself as the self. Thereafter, everything. Without realizing the self inside us, we can never realize Paramatma outside. Iyad raklena. We can do the upasana of the Lord. We may get with the Lord's blessings variety of the outer results, but not the moksha, giving Atma Anubhuti. पहले अपने भीतर आत्मा को देखना है, वही सब जगह है. उपलब्धि स्थानम. Every Upanishad talks about स एषो अंतर हृदय आकाशः. अंतर आकाश हृदय में ही है वो. आत्मस्तम येन पश्यन्ति धीराः. So within me, as my own self, that Brahman has to be realized. Right? Now, what is Shiva Dharmottara Purana? Beautiful mantras. Let us spare it for tomorrow's study. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Join in 5 minutes of Gita.